Many years ago, when I was contemplating going to work in my father's shop, so to speak, my dad gave me this book, Acting: The First 6 Lessons by Richard Boleslavsky. It was the only book on the craft of acting my dad ever gave me, and I've continued the tradition, handing it to each of my 5 children.
Dad gave me the book when I was about 12, same year we lost Zaid. My grandfather, I called him Zadie, loved being an actor.
Tell me, what is the object of an actor's concentration?
His part.
Yes, until he learns it. But it's only after studying and rehearsing that the actor starts to create. And what is acting?
Acting is when he acts. When he acts.
Well, you want to consecrate all your life to a task without knowing what it is? Acting is the life of the human soul receiving its birth through art. Have you ever sat in the woods on the edge of a lake after sundown?
Yes.
Were there mosquitoes around?
It was in New Jersey.
Did they annoy you?
Yes.
Did you follow one amongst them with your eyes, ears, and hate until the beast landed on your forearm?
Yes.
And did you slap your forearm cruelly without even thinking of the hurt to yourself, only the wish to kill the beast? There you are. A good, sensitive artist needs nothing more than that to play Othello in Desdemona's final scene. Cut. We're going to try it from Ask Any of My Friends, but this time, honey, don't start wringing your hands until I went nowhere near his house that night.
Yes, but
you
if
understand me? All right, here we go. I'll feel it. This is the one. Here we go. Speed. Light. Roll camera. And give it to me. Action.
How would you describe the quality of Shakespeare's mind?
Oh, a mind of lightning-like speed. Highly concentrated. Authoritative, even in moments of doubt. Spontaneous. The first thought is always the last one. Direct and outspoken. As Ophelia, your action is to preserve your dignity. The ruler of the reigning house is making unsuitable remarks to you publicly, and even if it pleases him to kill you, you will die with the dignity appropriate to your state. Your action is not to break down, not to show weakness.
If you'd like another cup of tea, pour it yourself.
Thank you.
So you mean to say that great actors walk through life spying on their relatives, acquaintances, and passers-by?
I'm afraid they do, madam, and besides, they spy on themselves, too.
We are speaking of great actors.
Like your niece.
She's a spoiled creature.
She's a marvelous creature. This is what the world really is. From the stone up to the human soul. The theater and the actor enter this picture only as a part. But the actor cannot portray the whole if she does not
become a part.
As my dad was my teacher. Now, he was the one that gave me this book, as I told you before, but I also worked with him several times, and I directed him, actually, in things. And it was very weird working with him. It was kind of like acting in this thing, because I'd be working with him in a scene, and he'd be there for me as the other actor, but he'd also be looking at me like a director, like my teacher, like my dad. And one time we were doing a very emotional scene, playing father and son, and he had to slap me in the scene. And then I'm supposed to grab him by his shirt and push him up against a pillar. And I'm doing the scene, and I could tell I was kind of pushing the emotion. I really wasn't there. And I could see the disappointment in his eyes when he's doing the scene with me. And when it came to him hit me, he hit me so hard, I thought he broke my jaw.
It's terrible.
And I staggered back like this, and I grabbed his chest, his shirt, and I grabbed him and I pushed him up against the pillar like this and did my scene to him, and I was like, just fuming. And when we were done, I said to him, I said, Dad, what were you thinking of, man? I said, you almost broke my jaw. He says, you think that's bad? Look at this. He reaches inside his shirt and pulls out a big wad of his chest hair that I'd torn off of his chest.
And for me, it was just incredible because, my dad was my first teacher, and it was just really, really incredible, and I learned lots, and I have such a respect for the writing process after doing this, and for writers, my goodness. But it was fun, and we had a great time together.